put some D-men in your list today. Is there a conscious focus on that?
Well, again, I think that when you get into that area, you look at how closely maybe there are in some of the separations on the different players that might be there in your range that you like. Certainly, again, not having a second-round pick and going into the third. The separations maybe get a little bit closer between the two players that you might have there. So there was a little bit of a focus on that at times.
What do you like most about Luke Green?
Well, he's a great skater. Former first overall pick in the Quebec League, and good puck mover, good skater. Again, I had the opportunity to see him play. When I was watching Dubois out for the higher end there. And obviously when you have a little bit of a familiarity and the scouts mention the name, you can put the name to the face and you really like what you see.
Cedarholm, you saw at the under 18. What are the strengths of his game?
Cedarholm's a little bit of a different player, although he's he's a big player, but he can skate well for a big player. But tremendous leadership quality. He's been the captain of his teams all the way through his history growing up, and someone that has a real pro body already. He's going to develop, continue to develop more, but big body that can move and do a lot of good things, make a good first pass. Maybe not going to be the flashiest guy, but has a lot of pro-ready aspects.
What can you tell us about a Russian goalie? That seems a bit unusual.
Well, again, when you get into the later rounds and you look all over your list and you see something sticking out at you and glaring at you that you have to take notice. And again, there'll be a little bit of a getting to know you period there from a watching perspective. But the guys that stepped up that were passionate about him were very passionate, certainly at the position that we got him. So we've been in contact with his agent, and it's an exciting thing, I think, because I do think that we got a good value pick there.
He was listed on the same team as Liney. Did he get any games in with Tapera, or was that the junior team?
I don't know.
And what about Stallard?
So again, a bigger player, good skill, scored I believe 20 goals at the Western Hockey League level from Brandon. So good local kid, had a good opportunity to talk with him on the phone there. He's extremely excited to be drafted by the Jets, but again, a player that we're going to look to continue to develop and good size, good speed, rangy type kid.
Much time to take a breath. The window is open. What do you expect the next couple of days to be like?
It's in some ways it's nice that the window is open. When you're here, you get an opportunity. Either myself or Larry Simmons gets a chance to maybe go up into the crowd and meet with some of the agents, talk with them, get an initial feel with where some of the players that you might be interested, what they're looking at, what they're thinking, and then kind of we'll all depart from here, and you can kind of branch out from there and take it from there.
What are some of the things you can take from having that window last year? Like last year was pretty fresh for everybody. This year you have a little bit of a base.
Again, I think there's goods and there's bads with it. I think there's certainly it's a mad race for a lot of people to talk, but in the same token, there's it'll sort itself out real quickly as to whether there's interest on both sides or not. And, I mean, the player has to have interest in wanting to hear.
1 minute, Boston.
Studying